How I got involved with Hockey Gives Blood was my grandparents got in a severe car accident. It was the second week of August, and they were going home to Winnipeg, actually, from Barrie, and they loved to drive in that, and my papa had a lapse, and they had a real severe accident, went into a rock face in that, and my granny needed to have her tibia and fibia pinned, or she had a compound fracture in her femur and her ankle and that, and it was a mess, and she was really lucky to get some blood transfusions and to help her pull through, and then we kind of came along. Hockey Gives Blood. Throughout the season, I made a campaign. I donated $4 for every save I made this year in my first 50 games of the season. Worked out to about $5,500, and we donated that to Hockey Gives Blood and the Canadian Blood Services. We kind of came up with the idea, Hockey Gives Blood, so 6 being a G for give, and then 8 being a B for blood. So I'm kind of asking, give blood. I'm not going to take all the credit for that because it's my sister. She's really creative. People say, oh, I haven't given blood. They're kind of excuses. I haven't been asked. So I guess like if you kind of see my number, I'm asking you to give blood in that sense. So I just got a call from my agent. It was the day of the draft, round 2 through 7, and he said, hey, like, you know, there might be a trade in place for you to be out in Mississauga and that. Like, what do you think of that? So getting to be a Kitchener Ranger in that sense, it was pretty eye-opening, and you know, it's something that's tough to say no to, just with the rich history here. And you know, I talked to my agent the next day, and he said, yeah, there's a trade in place. So I was like, sure. And I signed off on my no trade, and then it was on the Sunday, and I was going to development camp on Monday. So a lot of people found out when I was in the air flying. So when I landed in LA, my phone was pretty much just blowing up and that. And I was talking to Jonathan Yancis just at the airport, and I just was like, yeah, man, like, let's go trade to your team and that. And I guess he had no idea that the trade went through or anything like that. So it was kind of a surprise for both of them and that, but it worked out really well. We were all on the same team when we went to LA camp together, and even our 3-on-3, a little 3-on-3 tourney at the end, we won it together. So hopefully that's just a good start to the season for us all. I'm pretty superstitious, just not too much with my equipment and that, a little bit with my glove and my wrists and stuff like that, but my routines kind of start like 2 hours before I get to the rink and that, so it's kind of lengthy and that. I know it's shortened up like over the years, just playing almost 60 games last year. You know, you can't go through everything that you want to and that. I'd say my first 2 years I was really superstitious in that, but I wouldn't say too much anymore. Kind of hopefully going around here in Kitchener, and also the fan base. I think just switching gears from Mississauga, we had some really good core fan group in that. I've only been here 3 times in my career, so I know it's been pretty much a sellout every time. So, you know, really looking forward to that part of it.